Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton. I am president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring, and we are in the lovely snow-covered state of Utah for Thanksgiving and waiting for storm number 2 to arrive. So at least for us, it will be over the river and through the woods to, I'm at my daughter's house. I'm not going to grandmother's house, but definitely um, a white Thanksgiving this year. Uh, you know, we talk a lot about the ins and outs of inventing and what you do next and how not to get taken to the cleaners by somebody. It was funny this morning. I was having a conversation with an inventor from the Florida area, and that was their main thing is just I don't want to be taken advantage of. You read all these things, and I don't want to be taken advantage of. So there's a lot of videos on that, on the steps you take and what you look out for. But there's not very often that we just get a chance to kind of back up a little bit and take a look at why do we do this anyway? Well, inventing is part of our culture. It's part of our genetic makeup. When we came to this country hundreds of years ago, people were problem solvers or you died. People were coming up with new inventions all the time in order to get the wagons to work and the animals harnessed and to get from point A to point B, to get from here to there, from mine to market. If you weren't creative in what you did and you didn't share what you did, well, either you died or your neighbor died, but somebody wasn't going to be able to make it to harvest. And it really didn't matter if you were on the ship coming across and something broke, people figured out how to fix it. And that's been with us forever. It doesn't matter if you are the Wright brothers and you are jumping off a cliff with, wings strapped to your arms so you could learn how to fly. And now look at us. We fly everywhere. Sorry, AOC, but we're not taking the trains. Everybody is still flying. It is a banner year for flying. You're just going to have to deal with that. Unless we're going to go back to using balloons. For me, that's not going to work. I appreciate the guys who invented the airplane. But the Model T, and then the guy that did the intermittent windshield wipers. We are constantly solving problems. I'm not exactly sure what problem the Barbie doll solved, but you know what? She is really happy that she came up with that one. And so are a lot of little girls. Mine were certainly when they were growing up. I had Barbie dolls when I was growing up. But when you think about those things that have really had a big impact, that have been around for a long time. And now you think about the things that, for a lot of us have happened in our lifetime. Gatorade. Who has not heard of Gatorade? But you know what? When the Florida Gators were looking for something to drink, they weren't thinking, let's make a lot more money on Gatorade. School's happy. And, the guys that invented that little round white disc that fits inside the pizza box so that your top of your box doesn't hit the cheese. Well, wasn't that a fun aha moment when the family was sitting around looking their pizza stuck to the box? So the point I'm trying to make is that, inventing, problem solving. Problem solving has been part of us forever, truly forever. It's part of man's survival, whether it was landing on this coast or in another country on a coast. When there was a problem or you were caught in a storm at sea, man, you figured out how to make it happen, or you didn't hit the shores, at least not alive. So as we've gone through now all these hundreds of years, everybody wants, it's like, I want to be an inventor. People dream about being an inventor, inventing the next best thing to the coffee machine, or we always say it's the next best thing to sliced bread, but I'm not really sure how important sliced bread is to the evolution of all of us. But certainly think about Alexander Graham Bell and the telephone and where we are now with the telephone. We are problem solvers, and we like the recognition for solving the problems. We like going to market. We like being able to stand up and say, I did this. This is mine. So as you're going through the holiday season, we're going to talk some about the things that we're grateful for, some about how all of this came about, and you think about the problems you've solved, whether it was, dealing with your teenage kids, dealing with a new puppy that didn't want to be trained, um, the new way to dig up a garden, just the things that are in your everyday life. And you can say, you know what? It's part of my American heritage to be an inventor. It is part of who I am and what we do, and be proud of it. All right. Even if you decide that you're not, it's just not cut out to go to market, you know what? We've all got some things that are duct tape and cardboard versions of inventions that are in your closet someplace, or in the garage, or in the trunk of the car because the car got stuck, or we needed a better way to clean out the gutters. There are so many things that Americans have to be proud of as far as getting new products into the marketplace. We use them every day. You can walk down the store aisles and think about when that wasn't available to us. And think about, as we've gotten to be more aware of our environment, the things that are now biodegradable that never used to be. All right. The way that, you always used to throw your bottles away when you were done with your laundry detergent. And now, you can buy a refill with something, and it comes in something that is biodegradable. So when we think about where we've come, where we've been, just vaccinations for illnesses, for the paraplegics, and now the limbs that we've got for people that makes it easier for them to learn how to walk again and to maneuver again. The wheelchairs, aren't they amazing these days? So we've got so many things in this country that we can look back on and remember when that wasn't available. And there is an Inventors Hall of Fame. So if you've ever thought about being in a Hall of Fame and you just cannot catch a baseball for your life, think about inventing. You might have better luck there. My name is Rita Crompton. I am president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring, and we are vetting right now for some of these really amazing inventions, and I cannot wait to share them with you as we go through this vetting process. So not yet, can't do it yet, expose any of those, but one of these days we'll be able to do a couple of videos that just says, see what we are doing now. Have a wonderful holiday.